bent over rows today, so we gotta get your shoulders primed up. Let's get it. All right, guys, just simple band pass-throughs. Get those shoulders nice and loose. Take your time with it. Do 5 or 6, both hands, and you can do some halos, some big circles with that shoulder. Trying to pull that band apart and get that shoulder moving in all directions. Next up, YTWs. We're gonna activate some upper back muscles. Flat on your belly. Pull those shoulder blades down towards your back pocket. Thumbs up. Boom. Hold up for a second, squeeze, and then back down. Let's just do, let's say 9 of each. So Y's here. Once you get 9, move into your T's. Simple stuff. Don't just flop around those arms though. Really try to make sure that upper back gets engaged. Okay? And then your W's are down here. Fingertips pointing toward the toes. And then rotating those shoulders up and back. Let's get to it! 4 exercises, right? You know the deal with your warm-up decreasing time. First exercise is, I'm going to give you 2 variations. Pay attention closely. First, bird dog. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, extending opposite limbs toward the opposite walls. Trying to get that glute activated, upper shoulder activated, while keeping your core nice and tight. And then back down, rinse and repeat, other side, right? What's a bear bird dog? Right here. Hinging, right? So your hips are in that, not hinge position. You are hovering, I should say. That's the word I'm looking for. Still keeping hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Now when you extend, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Hold that. Can you hold that for a split second? And then come back down? If you can't, then work on going back to that first bird dog position until you can maintain stability throughout this movement. It's definitely challenging, and it should be done slow in order to get everything fired up. Okay, it shouldn't be easy. Again, 10 plus or minus 2 each. You're next up. Kettlebell swings. You know the deal with that, right? You should be back a little further in that hinge position. Pull that kettlebell towards you and pull it close to your zipper, right? This is bilateral, 2 legs working, right? Or 2 arms, I should say, and legs. For your exercise, for your warm-up, is a 1-arm swing. Still need to keep those hips back, still need to keep the back flat, but you're exchanging that weight at the top. Cool, done, park, reset. Okay, 10, so either 4 on each side or 5 on each side. Okay, or 6 if you can get them all in. Next up, ground to overhead. I wouldn't suggest using a kettlebell, I'm just going to use it for demonstration purposes if you don't have anything else. But the motion is ground, deadlift, up into a press, and then back down. You guys know that by now, right? Keeping the back flat, hip hinge, create a nice little rhythm for yourself. And your last up, pop up, flat on your back. Here, whoa, whoa. I always rotate right for some reason. Pop up, hold, and then back down. The ideally you're trying to get that belly button toward the floor. Okay, 10 plus or minus 2 each. First round, 4 minutes. Any questions? Let's get it. Main lift today is bent over row. Not a pendlay row, a bent over row. We're taking that hinge position, pushing your hips back, slight bend in the knee. Let them do what they need to do softly. Don't even worry about the knees. Think about rotating your shoulders back and then keeping that position as you draw your elbows back towards your waist. Okay, simple stuff. Hamstrings are engaged, lower body, core, lower back, upper back. What I see a lot of, just the things to pay attention to. As you start getting into your rows, reps, and you're not paying attention, you start doing this, head goes forward, and then all of a sudden you end up like this, doing your rows. Okay, you're not getting any back work, you're actually doing damage or potentially risking yourself for injury. So think about pulling those elbows low towards your waist as you, I was going to say break out of your shirt, but I don't want you to do that. Right? You're not Superwoman or man, whatever. Right? Pull those elbows back. Think about nice proud chest. That's a cue that I always use often. Right? But that's your bent over row. I just used those. If you want to use a barbell, whatever you need to do for here. Your next up in the chat, I have plank push or a plank press. What do I have? I don't know even what I have. But we're doing something different in-house here with the TRX. But this is an exercise that's similar, and you can do it at home with 2 dumbbells. Squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight. Think about a plank row, rotating. Now from here, pressing out. So you end up wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Nice straight line, good strong structure. Come back down, rinse and repeat. Row, rotate, press. Back down, rinse and repeat for your reps. Okay? I forget what number I have in the chat, but that's going to be a good complement to the exercise we're doing here. And I'll show you in a second. Cool? Next up, your stability exercise. It's a great combination of exercises, guys. Scap push-up, scapula, back here, okay? So, high plank position, squeeze your glutes, get that trunk nice and tight. You might as well get some core work out of it. From this position, keep your arms straight, sink down into your shoulder blades, and then press away. You're trying to increase that range of motion from your shoulder blade, or scapula, while keeping that trunk nice and tight, okay? Obviously, it's going to help out with your rows, right? And it's going to help support those smaller muscles that support your shoulder, okay? Or your scapula. You're doing 10 of those. Way better. I want that ringing in my ear afterward. All right, guys, finish your time. 10 by 10 by 10, 2 exercises. Here, you're going to do some jumping pull-ups, okay? Folks at home, you're going to do alternating dumbbell snatch. It's a good complement to what we're doing in-house if you don't have a pull-up bar. But hinge position, deadlift position, extend, pull that weight up, and then guide it up all the way to the ceiling. Okay, keeping it close to your body. Closer it is to your body, safer for your shoulders. Okay, 10 by 10 by 10, 10 rounds. Once you're done with that, we're going to move into a lateral kick through. So taking that bear crawl position again. Pulling that hip through, pinching the shoulder blades back at top. Okay, so I'd rather you take your time with it and extend, stay here for a second, and then switch. Maybe you get 10 in. Maybe you get 2 in for that 10 seconds, but they're quality, rather than doing 3 each, 4 each, in their crappy quality form. Let's go.